Apparently, we are in a sex recession. Okay, we are in a sex recession nationwide. Apparently, people aren't having as much fun as they used to. I blame technology. I blame the phones. I blame the computers. All the social media, it's supposed to be connecting us, yet so many people are alone. We have an epidemic of loneliness in this country. People don't know how to connect. They don't know how to make the first move. They don't know how to do a date because they've got their heads down in their phones all the time. And some people think that's a relationship. They think, okay, I'm on the phone all day, texting. No, what about some good old fashioned FaceTime? And I'm not talking about the iPhone FaceTime. I'm talking about real FaceTime. We have a chart we'll put up on the screen. We are really in a sex recession. Okay, let me tell you this. This is for adults 18 to 64, reporting weekly sex dropping from 55% in 1990 to 37% in 2024. Young adults are actually most affected, which means shout out to all the old people. Shout out to the seniors. Shout out to the baby boomers. Apparently, y'all are still getting down and dirty and footloose and fancy free and knocking boots. Okay, apparently something's going on with y'all. And I know as someone who used to go visit my grandfather at the nursing home, I used to go sing and play piano at the nursing homes. They are probably having more romance, if you know what I mean, than anybody else on earth. Okay, not to get TMI. I remember walking into my grandfather's little apartment at the nursing home and he had KY jelly. Okay, so these old people are having a lot more fun than these youngins out in the streets. Okay. Younger generations are having less sex than older generations. The cause, a decline in steady partnering, especially in marriage. Because partnered adults have the most consistent sex and more young men and women are flying solo, the share of young adults who are having regular sex keeps falling. Oh my God, I didn't work this hard for my SAT. This is getting a little complicated in here. Between 1990 and 2024, US marriage rates also declined significantly, with fewer people getting married and at older ages. The number of marriages fell from 62.8% in 1990 to 54%, down about 9%, okay? From 1990 to 2024, we are down 9% on the marriage front. I think part of this is so many of these girls on the left are like, you know what? We're focusing on our career. We're freezing our eggs. We don't need a man. Screw you. We hate men. Okay, we're going to go listen to Taylor Swift's new album. That is what I think part of this is. I think part of it is also economics. I think some men say, I can't settle down. I can't get married till I hit some financial thresholds, till my money is good, till I have this amount in the bank. And we've gone through some hard times. We've had a pandemic. We had a recession in 08 and 09 with Obama. Things were dicey here. So I think part of it is economics. I think part of it is cultural. I think a lot of it is the technology. I'm here to tell you the technology is not bringing us closer. Okay, everybody's swiping. People aren't getting married. Now, this statistic is very interesting, and this has caused a lot of discussion because it's political, it's also cultural. From 1990 to 2024, US birth rates also dropped sharply. The number of births fell from 4.16 million in 1990 to about 3.6 million in 2024, down 14%. So imagine the next few decades, we're down another 14%, then another 14%. Are we just having no children whatsoever? We're having no kids in this country. We got to have some kids, okay? If you're a common sense person, if you have good old-fashioned American values, please procreate. Please go make some babies and make some kids so we can populate the planet and have people to do some of these jobs. Please go and do that, okay? If you're an obnoxious, liberal, woke protester, I don't really need you procreating, okay? If you have like blue hair and 10 nose rings right now, I'm fine with you not having kids, and something tells me that's not so much in the cards for you. But if you're a common sense adult with your feet planted firmly on the ground, okay, maybe try and find a mate, settle down and have a kid. But dating is so much harder today, I think, okay? Because the people are online, they're on social media, and because they grew up on social media and on the internet, they don't really know how to converse in the way people used to. And something I've been obsessed with recently, and I keep getting them in my social media feed, are these older videos, right? From the 50s and the 60s about dating rules, okay? Rules men used to have to follow and women used to follow when they went on dates. Nowadays, all of that's out the window. We've got hookup culture. Nobody really cares. Chivalry is dying. You know, if you can find a chivalrous man, that is like finding a Dasani water bottle in the middle of the Sahara Desert, okay? But there's some of these dating rules, right? Like no kissing on the first date. The guy comes and gets you at the door. He brings you flowers. He opens the car door. Some of these girls, I'm here to tell you, I see these girls on social media, they're settling for scraps. You girls out there, you young girls in college and young girls in your 20s, 30s, some of you in your 40s, y'all are settling for the scraps. Okay, when you look at dating in the 50s, the guys are bringing the girls flowers, knocking on the door, opening the car door. They have decorum. Some of these girls are out here like trying to get a text back from a guy. Is he going to text me back? Is he going to text me back? And if you have to sit around wondering if a guy is going to take 3 seconds to text you back, sweetheart, that is a little beta male, and that is not the person for you. I remember years ago in New York, I was out with some friends, and we were like driving down 6th Avenue, and my friend yelled for the taxi driver to stop. Okay, this is a girlfriend of mine. She's like, stop the car. I need to get out of the car. We're like, where are you going? You need to get out of the car. She runs off to some random apartment building over on the other side of the street, and she's ringing the buzzer. She's like, I have to get to this guy's apartment because he's going to fall asleep. He's going to fall asleep if I don't get there in time. You're worried the guy's going to fall asleep and you're showing up at his apartment in the middle of the night. If a guy's not going to stay awake for you, sweetheart, you probably shouldn't be jumping out of cabs, rushing through the street. I'm like, you're sitting here going, oh my God, the guy's going to fall asleep if I don't go over there quickly enough. Sweetheart, back in the 50s, we just had those dating rules. The guys were showing up with flowers, okay? And I know we've got this generation, I can buy myself flowers. But listen, it is nice to have a man who asks you out, who plans a date, who's an alpha, who comes on strong, okay? That is probably the best way to get a woman's attention these days. Come at them and make a plan, ask them out, point blank. None of this dancing and pussyfooting around, okay? Now we have some more clips. This is a clip called What to Say at the Door, and this is an old dating instruction video. I wanna take a look at this one.
Well, here it is, the dance night. Bill is well groomed, that's the first step. His next problem is what to say when he gets to Helen's door.
Hi, Helen. Gee, you look nice.
Well, thank you. Do you like my new dress?
Yeah.
Well, come on in.
That was a natural.
Take me back, okay? Take me back. I am here to tell you, when I look at the statistics, we're in a sex recession, okay? We're in a sex recession apparently across the country, according to these scientists. When I look at these statistics, and then I see the social media we have these days, take me back. Oh, I would have just swept, okay? I would have swept in the 50s, okay? I've got the gift of gab. I can put together an outfit. I can knock on the door. Listen. Take me back, because that looked like way better than dating today, okay? And I think a lot of the women would agree. It'd be nice to have a guy get dressed up and care about how he looks, okay? Nowadays, guys kind of walk around real slovenly and they look like slobs and they think it's cool to be a slob. But no, take us back. Some things were way better back then. And somehow, lo and behold, when people just had one landline they might have to share with a bunch of roommates and girlfriends and a whole family, no texting, no internet, people still managed to get laid. They still managed to have a good time. Now we have another clip. This is called How to Stay and Budget on a Date. Let's look at this one, you guys.
Here's something important for you fellows. A way to indicate how much you can afford to spend.
How would you like this hamburger deluxe? I've had it before and it's pretty good.
The thing for Alice to do is check the price of the hamburger deluxe. That may not be what she wants, but it gives her a guide to about how much Danny wants to spend.
I think I'll have a chicken salad sandwich.
Watch. It's Danny who gives both orders to the waitress.
We'll have a chicken salad sandwich and a hamburger deluxe and 2 glasses of milk, please.
I will say it again. Take me back. Put me in a time machine. First off, when you look at the prices on that video, it's like 40 cents, 55 cents, 65 cents. If you go to get a cheeseburger today, if you take someone out on a date today, you could easily spend $100. To get a cheeseburger and fries now at a decent restaurant, it could be $29.99. It could be $30. And then if your date gets a drink and you get a drink, you're racking up $100. To do dinner and a movie now is so expensive for a lot of these young people. But I will say this, okay? Controversial take. When you look at that video, notice not once did the woman think I might have to pay. Would I have to split the bill? I think if you're a man with any sort of gumption, if you're an alpha male at all and chivalrous in any way, shape, or form, you gotta pay. You gotta pay on a first date. There is nothing that is more of a turnoff, okay? Ladies, I know you agree with me. There's nothing that turns you off more than going on a date and the guy being like, oh, should we split the bill? Do you want to pay this time? Do I want to pay this? No. For those first few dates, I think the man should pay, okay? If you want to show that you're a provider, that you can take care of your household and secure your homeland, you need to pay for the first date, okay? If I go out with a guy and he wants me to split a date or split the bill, he better be bringing something else to the table, okay? If a guy tries to split the bill with me on a date, I would rather just pay. Okay, I would rather just pay. I'm an adult. Okay, I work hard. I would rather just pay than split the bill and be going like, are you going to leave like 18%? Are you going to leave? What are you putting down for tip? I don't want to do that. No. No. And I hear from some of these girls, okay? I have right now 36,000 unread DMs on my phone, okay? I will never get to them, but I love you guys. I'm slowly working my way through. I get thousands of messages from these young girls who tell me about their dates and how horrible it went. So many women tell me the guy tries to split the bill. The guy tries to split the bill. I think that is a no early on, okay? If you want to win this girl over, show him who you are. You should pay. And that means you got to choose a restaurant that you know you can afford, right? If you know you can't afford some fancy restaurant, girls don't care, okay? I think a lot of guys think, oh my God, to win this girl over, I have to shower her with gifts and all this money and this and that. No. The girl doesn't actually care, but take her to a decent restaurant and pay the bill. Pay the bill the first time, okay? If you want to show that you can be a father and a husband and a provider, you got to pay the bill. And I know the feminists are going to be in the comments like, oh, what's wrong? It's 2025. Listen. You guys can go be feminist after like the third or fourth date, maybe. When you move into a house, let's say you both work, you can provide in some other ways. But if the man can't buy you dinner on those first few dates, that is a problem. I don't know about you, but after I travel, my skin is dry. That's when Peak's Radiant Skin Duo came to the rescue. This doctor-recommended duo, trusted by experts like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Jason Fung, and Dr. Will Cole, supports whole body wellness from the inside out. Sun Goddess Matcha provides steady, calm energy throughout the day, packed with L-theanine for focus and EGCG antioxidants. It supports skin clarity and gut health. BT Fountain electrolytes hydrate like nothing else and help lock moisture in, making skin look amazing. And Peak ensures all ingredients are free from heavy metals, pesticides, and mold. If you need more hydration, then give Peak a try. Get 20% off plus a free frother and glass beaker here. peaklife.com/link. Again, that's peaklife.com/link.